Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and we have yet another replay showing bullying by other team players, other team members in this game. Unfortunately, this replay was sent in by Mermaid SD, who's a member of What Arty Noobs, and during this battle both she and two other players, both the AMX13F3 and the Leo, which we can see over there, are bullied by this player, the 5916 of Trembala 2016. And I've gone to third person view at this moment, so you can better see what actually happens. Now Mermaid SD moves to a bush near the cap, but not actually on the hill. That's a very valid firing position, because if you go up onto the hill, which is where everybody expects you to be, you're more than likely going to get spotted by the enemy when you fire. Now the 5916's come up and he's fired near Mermaid, who's now aiming at the enemy. He's going around. He's just run into Mermaid, but that's not a problem because she could just adjust her firing position. I think she was a bit annoyed that her aim was upset. But she goes back to aiming, and I've gone to aim view now, so you can see she aims at an M44 which has been seen on the North Plateau. She dials in her aim and rounds out, and she kills the enemy M44. So she's got a kill straight away, but you can see her aim is being upset. And the reason her aim is being upset, and we'll come out of aim view very shortly, the reason her aim is being upset is because she's being shoved, bullied by the 5916, who can see that she's got a kill and he hasn't, and he's trying to bully her about, and he's absolutely stopping her from playing. Now come on, Wargaming, you need to get rid of players like this. Trembala 2016, he's nothing but a bully, doesn't want to play the game, he just wants to upset other people. He shouldn't really be in the game at all. Now she fires off her gun to try and give him more warning that his actions are upsetting her, but he's continuing to troll her, and now he goes off to troll the Leo in the background. You see that Leo over there, Mutla? Now, see what he does next. We can't actually see the view, but if I come out far enough, you'll see that what actually happens, and watch the minimap. Trembala pushes Leo off the cliff. He pushes that player off the cliff into the water down below, from where they can't get out. You see he's pushing him now, and he's fallen off the cliff. He's dropped into the water. Now he can't get out of there. He's stuck down below, and when he tries to get out, he drowns. We can see that later on the mini-map. In the meantime, Mermaid SD has gone back to trying to fire at the enemy. She's firing at that KV-1S, trying to play the game properly. But the 5916 doesn't want to play the game properly, and he's coming back to bully the AMX13F3. And in the meantime, Mermaid SD gets a good hit on the KV-1S. And here comes the 5916 again, and this time round he goes up on top of the hill. Now, due to a fault in the replay machine, you can't actually see his tank at the moment. There he is. He's up on top of the plateau, South Plateau, looking at the enemy. Doesn't appear to be actually taking part in the battle at all. But the enemy have effectively won this. Now there's 7 tanks up, and I don't think they've got any chance. And he's now turning to the Chaffee says that 5916 is a retard. And we can see the Leo has drowned. Now, Mermaid knows full well there's absolutely no way he's going to survive this battle. The 5916 has now, he's fired a few shots, and then he's decided to run off and hide on top of the mountain. So he climbs up the cliff face, meanwhile leaving Mermaid to fight alone against this horde of enemy tanks. So just coming around the corner, and she tries a shotgun. She locks onto the Chaffee, fires, but I'm afraid it doesn't work if they're going sideways across the field of view with the Grille. You really need the enemy coming directly towards you, and the Chaffee's now coming in for the kill, and he ram kills Mermaid, but in doing so he kills himself. So I think actually he had killed Mermaid, so Mermaid doesn't get the kill out of that one. It's more of a loss by the Chaffee, a crash. But any second now we'll see the field of view change to the 5916, and we can see him using a cheating mod. He's using a cheat mod because he auto repairs his tracks when he tracks himself. And it's very visible that he's done this, because you'll see it come up in text down below that his tracks were repaired. And he doesn't stop or slow down at all, even though his tracks were damaged. The Chaffee says the 5916 is hiding on the side of the hill. That's true, he is. There's the Type 58 come back to defend the cap. There's the 5916, and you can see he's just hiding on top of the hill away from the enemy. The Chaffee's very upset. He's asking the other members to shoot him. And the T-3485 and the enemy team comes up alongside. And at this point the 5916 starts to move and fires at the T-34, and he tracks himself at the bottom of this dip, and you can see it auto repairs. You see track was destroyed and he auto repairs immediately, and then he gets killed. So let's run that back again so you can see the moment he auto repairs, because an auto repairing mod is an illegal mod under Wargaming's rules. Okay, you can see he comes down the cliff face. He gets damaged by the enemy. The track was destroyed, but he auto repairs and he's straight into action again. And we'll run that again so you can see it again. But it's certain that he absolutely auto repairs his tracks as he's coming down the hill. There, he gets hit once, stops there, gets hit again. That auto damages his tracks, but by the time he gets to the bottom, he's running again. Auto repaired, and then he's killed. So he's not only bullying other players, but he's using illegal mods as well. And the game's lost, and the reason it was lost was mainly down to this 5916 mucking about and bullying other players. Because if the Arty had actually been able to play their game properly, both the AMX13F3 and the Grille, as well as the Leo, then they may have been able to put up a proper defence. But because the 5916 wasn't playing the game, he was actually trying to spoil the game for other people. That's why the game was lost. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And we can see that Mermaid was able to get a kill. She got the M44. She was able to get a hit into both the enemy Chaffee and the KV-1S. Well, rather the KV-1S was a proper penetration shot. The Chaffee, she did 80 hit points of damage to the Chaffee because he rammed her. So it was really his fault that he got that damage, or had that damage. It puts her well down the table when it comes to damage. 439 hit points of damage. The 5916 managed to get the highest amount of damage in that game, but that was only by virtue of the shots that he took right at the very end of the game, not the shots that he was, or the damage he was doing in the middle of the game, because he wasn't doing any damage at all during the middle of the game. He was just sitting up on that perch doing absolutely sweet nothing. So unfortunately this means that the only compensation that Mermaid SD received was 355 credits of damage that was caused by the 5916 on her. He didn't turn blue. even though he was rammed multiple times during that battle by the 5916, there wasn't enough damage to turn him blue, and he should have turned blue for the damage he did, and for the fact that he deprived her of earning any further credits from the actual battle or XP from her shots. So really, Wargaming, you really need to ban people like this. Any people who troll other tanks like this, they're not playing the game. They're not in the game to enjoy the game or to take part in the game properly by the rules. They just want to cause trouble, and you need to ban them. Please ban them, Wargaming. Thanks for watching.